Hello to all of you, my lovely students in the 10th grade. How are you today? Again, welcome back to my English lessons. It's me, your English teacher, Iman Al-Jafari at Al Farouk Academy. As I told you in our previous lessons, the title of our lesson is repetition. So, in the first lesson, I give you the rules when and how can you repeat comparative adjectives and adverbs to show gradual increase and decrease. And in the second lesson, we talked about when and how can you repeat verbs to show that the action continues for some times. Now it's my turn to tell you that when and how can you repeat nouns to show that there is a difference between them. So let's start. As I told you in our previous lessons, you can repeat comparative adjectives and adverbs to show gradual increase or decrease in intensity. For example, when we say the wind was strong, and I want to describe that the wind was stronger than the previous day, for example, so I can say the wind grew or was stronger and stronger. That means that there is a gradual increase in intensity. Another example, if we have a long adjective like expensive, interesting. For example, the tickets are expensive. So you can say the tickets are getting more and more expensive. Here we repeat comparative adjectives by excellent, more and more. And here you are going to add er to the short adjective. So as I told you, we have two types of adjectives, short adjectives and long adjectives. Okay, you can repeat the comparative form of short and long adjectives to show gradual increase in intensity or decrease. Okay. The second point that we talked about in our previous lessons, repeating verbs to show that the action or an action continues for some time. For example, if I want to rewrite this sentence, it continued to rain all day. So I want to describe that the rain continues for some time. So what can we say? Excellent. It rained and rained all day. Here you are going to repeat the main verb rain in order to show that this action continues for some time. So this means that the action continues for some time and the rain didn't stop. Okay? And now I am going to give you the third case, repeating nouns to show that there is a difference between them. يعني حتى باللغة الإنجليزية أنت ممكن تكرر الاسم. For example, look at this picture. They are judging which one is better than the other. So we can say that not all singers are the same. يعني مش كل المغنيين بيغنوا في نفس الability القدرة. Okay? So if I want to show that there is a difference between singers, يعني هلا احنا بنحكي not all singers, not all students, not all teachers are the same. إذا يوجد في بيناتهم اختلاف. Someone is better than the other. مش هيك لجنة التحكيم يا عاشر عمالها بتحكم مين الأحسن من الثاني. هلا how can we use this structure اللي هو repeating nouns to show that there is a difference between them? We can say excellent. We can say there are singers and singers. okay يعني في مغنيين لكن في مغنيين أفضل. okay يعني صحيح المغنية الأولى كانت good, المغنية الثانية كانت better. So if I ask you what do you mean by this structure, there are singers and singers, or when can we repeat nouns in English? You can say that you can repeat nouns to show that there is a difference between them. يعني في اختلاف بيناتهم, هم مش equal. okay there are singers who are better or more talented than the others. إذا الجملة معناها إنه في مغنيين أفضل أو موهوبين أكثر من الثانيين. Or there are, for example, teachers who are better than the others. There are students, إحنا عمالنا بنحكي عن ability that are أو who are better than the others. okay إذا في اللغة الإنجليزية إذا كررنا الاسم بنكرره حتى نظهر الاختلاف ما بين القدرات. هذا إذا إحنا كنا بنحكي عن people. هلأ خلينا نحكي مثلا for example there are pizzas and pizzas. هلأ مش معناتها هاي إنه في مثلا بيتزا أفضل من الثانية، هاي معناتها excellent إنه بدها تكون more delicious، يعني إنها ألذ من الثانية. فأنت هون يا بدك تحكم على الجملة حسب عن مين إحنا بنحكي أو مين بنقارن. اوكي، هلا هاي الحالة بس بدك تكون فاهم معناها ومتى بنستعملها. المعنى انه there is a difference، في اختلاف، تستعمل زي ما حكيت لك to show that someone is better than the other or some food is better or more delicious than the others. Okay. And now let's start with this activity from your student book. Work in pairs. Explain what these sentences mean. There are good friends and good friends. So if I ask you what does this sentence mean؟ يعني في أصدقاء كويسين في أصدقاء أحسن. إذا you can say there are excellent friends who are better than the others. Okay. هلا لما نحكي there is bad weather and bad weather يعني في جو سيء لكن في جو أسوأ، فممكن نستخدم صيغة المقارنة من bad اللي هي worse، أو نحكي really bad weather. أوكي، لا تحكي there is weather that is worse than the other، or you can say that there is bad weather and then there is really bad weather. There is chocolate and then there is chocolate. هلا حكيت لك إذا احنا بنحكي عن food or chocolate اللي هي أي شيء بخص الطعام استخدم الصفة delicious. اوكي، فبنحكي ايش؟ not all chocolate is the same، أو there is chocolate that is excellent more delicious than the other. اوكي، you can choose any of them. لكن المعنى بده يكون انهم مش كل انواع الشوكولاتة هي نفسها او إلها نفس الطعم. There are prizes and prizes. You can say they are prizes. There are prizes better than the others. يعني في جوائز أفضل من الجوائز الثانية. There is bad behavior and there is bad behavior. You can say excellent. There is bad behavior and then there is seriously or really bad behavior. يعني هون لا بتستخدم really or seriously or ممكن نحكي there is excellent behavior that is worse than the other. The last one, there is good news and then there is good news. You can say there is news much better than others. يعني في أخبار أحسن من الأخبار الثانية. Okay. And now let's start with the first activity from your workbook. Complete the sentences with the words from the box. Use repetition of comparative form. يعني هون يا مس عندك صفات أو adverb بالبوكس الموجود عندك. You are going to use them in the comparative form to show that there is excellent increase or decrease in intensity. Okay, so when we say fat, fatter, bad, worse, fluently, more fluently, expensive, more expensive, elegantly, more elegantly, confidently, more confidently, famous, more famous, and hard, harder. Okay, so we don't go to many concerts because tickets are getting what هلا شو مالها أسعار التذاكر excellent more and more expensive because he practices every day. Ben is speaking Spanish how more and more fluently. بتدرب على اللغة الإسبانية فصار يحكيها بطلاقة. Your exam won't get easier. هلا الامتحان أكيد ما رح يصير أسهل. In fact they will become excellent harder and harder because he was in the public eye. كان يعني كتير famous وكتير الناس عمالها yes العيون مسلطة عليه. He began to dress more and more elegantly and the weather wasn't too bad at first but gradually. هون في عندك إيش gradual increase. It got excellent worse and worse. من بعدنا ناخد worse and worse because the cat was fed too much. هلأ ضلهم يطعموها كتير so it become fatter and fatter. With one hit record after another the band soon became. هلا هي ضلت تحطم الأرقام القياسية لحد ما صارت more and more famous. The last one after a nervous start Jane slowly began to speak how. هلا بالبداية بلش مرتبك لكن بعدين excellent more and more confidently. The second activity, change the sentences by repeating the verbs. هذا التمرين كتير سهل. انت بدك تكرر الأفعال to show that the action continues for some time. For example, they continued to run until they were out of breath. Okay, يعني ضلهم يركضوا لحد ما ايش؟ تعبوا. They were tired. So we can say عندك خيارين. لا بتحكي they ran and ran until they were out of breath, or they continued to run and run. اوكي، يعني بتخلي الفعل continued to run and run، بتحذف يا مس ايش، او بتكمل الجملة زي ما هي. الاسهل لك انك تحكي المين verb they ran and ran. اوكي. She went on knocking until someone opened the door. ضلت تدق على الباب لحد ما حدا دق لها الباب. برضو عندك two choices. لا بتحكي she knocked and knocked until someone opened the door، يعني بتروح على المين verb اللي احنا بنحكي عنه انه continuous for some time وبتكرره، او بتخلي الفعل الموجود عندك اللي هو went on وبتخليها she went on knocking and knocking. okay. He was so tired that he continued to sleep until midday. قد ما هو تعبان نام لنص الليل. فهلا الفعل اللي تكرر اللي هو السليب، فبنحكي he was so tired that he slept and slept until midday. هون كررنا المين فيرب اللي احنا بنحكي عنه اللي هو it continues for some time or he continued to sleep and sleep. It continued to snow all night. okay. هلا all night معناها انه الاكشن ايش ماله continuous for some time. So it continued to snow and snow all night long, or it snowed and snowed all night long. okay. حتى هاي كلمة all night long لو حذفتها خلص استغنينا عنها بتكرار الفعل. The audience clapped for a long time at the end of the performance. هلا الفعل اللي تكرر excellent clapped، فبتصير the audience clapped and clapped at the end of the performance. The last one she carried on بمعنى went on استمرت or continued. هلا الأفعال يمس continued went on carried on. اوكي، هاي معناها استمرارية all. اوكي، هلا هاي الأفعال إذا كانت موجودة عندك انت بتقدر تستغني عنها او اللي هي تخليها، لكن الفعل اللي وراها بده يتكرر. فهون لا بتحكي لي she carried on dancing and dancing until her feet were sore or excellent she danced and danced. اوكي، يعني هون لا بتكرر، خلينا الفعل carried on حطينا dancing and dancing او تحكي لي she danced and danced. اوكي until her feet were sore. يعني هدول الخيارين انا بعطيك اياهم، انت شو الحل، الطريقة اللي بتناسبك بتحطها. اوكي. The last activity in our lesson today, rewrite the sentences as in the example. Start with there are. okay. يعني هون يمس عكس الستودنت بوك. الستودنت بوك كانوا يعطونا الجملة فيها repetition in nouns ويحكوا لك ايش المعنى. هون معطينك المعنى وبيحكوا لك يلا اعمل repetition in nouns. okay. So some rock bands are better than others. لما نحكي في بعض الفرق احسن من الاخرى. So إذا بدنا نعمل يا مس repetition in nouns here، شو الاسم اللي بدنا نكرره؟ rock bands، فبدها تصير there are rock bands and rock bands. Number 2, there are good teachers and there are amazingly good teachers. شو الاسم بدنا نكرره عشان نشوف إنه في differences between teachers اللي هو there are good teachers and good teachers. Not all summer holidays are enjoyable. يعني مش كل العطل زي بعض. okay. So we can say there are summer holidays and summer holidays. okay. هلا آخر إشي some pizzas are more delicious than others. You can say excellent. There are pizzas and pizzas. okay. I will stop here, my lovely students. Please copy the correct answers in your student and workbook. Thank you very much.